Isolation Nation, we're back. It's the Social Distancing Social Club. I'm wearing a buttoned-up shirt, wrinkled, barely buttoned, but still, this is a new day, a new era for this show. Why? I don't know, but it's good to be dramatic sometimes, kind of raise the stakes. Anyway, very excited to introduce you to leg 2 of the 4-legged tripod that makes up the quarantine. Please give a warm, redheaded welcome to Steve Hofstetter.
Well, thank you, Ben. I appreciate that. I'll take over for now so you can finish putting your clothes on. It's good to be back, guys. Thanks for joining us. As always, you can tip the show. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at laughfromhome.com, or, of course, you can super chat us on YouTube. We always prefer PayPal and Venmo because YouTube doesn't take all of that. And you can send Facebook stars. We have a lot of experts trying to break down what they're worth. We're going to find out one day. I think at some point we're going to find out. We have some numerologists. I don't know what the experts are. Anyway, point is, I'm wearing the shirt. I got the Embrace the Sucks shirt. So those are nice. Officially here. Yeah, hell yeah. And actually, it's a little bit green on that side over here. So it does weird things with my green screen. But anyway, I got that shirt. And yesterday, I was in a horrible Lifetime movie that trended on Twitter, and it was so much fun. And I got to watch it with the fans of this show. We did a Zoom watching party, and it was a lot of horrible fun. It was great. So anyway,
I just realized, by the way, that Facebook stars actually are not money. People just name stars for you in the galaxy.
Oh, so they're like, I give you 800 Facebook stars, then like there are 800 stars named the Social Distancing Social Club.
That's correct, and that's because Zuckerberg now owns the galaxy. That was in the covered much. It's true.
Understandable, right? That was in the WhatsApp merger, right? When they bought WhatsApp, they also bought the galaxy.
WhatsApp and the galaxy.
Right.
Yes.
If you guys want to send us some Facebook stars or name a tree in our honor or whatever it is that you'd like to do, please, of course, support the show. And with that, let me introduce Mr. Chris Bowers. Everybody, Chris Bowers.
Woo! Wow.
Hey, I'm excited to be here. My AirPods are not connecting for some reason, so if we get crazy, Taylor, let me know and I'll figure that out. But I'm excited. Steve, that movie last night was so amazing. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm not kidding, dude. We had such a good time watching that movie. Chrissy and I took a few edibles and watched Steve Hofstetter in a movie. And I got to be honest, you didn't tell us you're going to play yourself, so that's really cool. Just at the end, say Steve Hofstetter as himself. It was such a great portrayal. I hope you're not typecast.
It said as Headband Steve, and you know it. That's my alter
Headband
ego.
Steve. They kept your name.
Yeah, it was Headband Steve. That was
they didn't name the character. Oddly enough, we tried to figure it out. I think there were only, because I was like, holy shit, I was billed 5th. That's amazing. And then I'm like, wait, there were only 6 speaking roles in the whole fucking film.
What is it, Closer?
It was a lot of emotion, not a lot of talking. It was amazing. It was really.
I always ask films, if I have a tiny part in a movie, I always ask them to name my character, not something like Headband Steve or whatever, because I want my IMDb to look like I had real roles in these things. So I'm always like, give me a name, even if the name was never said on camera. And they usually agree to do that as a small little consolation for how small my part is. But for Jay and Silent Bob, they just called me Big Gun Guy, which does not sound like a lead role.
They're like Ben Gleib. Ben Gleib as Dr. Peterson, and he's just standing there doing nothing, wearing no stethoscope or anything. I've actually done that before. I've been in 2 other movies because I was originally First Class Guy in Road Hard, and so we named that character. And then in Love Always Santa, I was Poet. So I'm like, no, fucking name these guys. But this one, they just thought that his name actually being Headband Steve would be really funny. And so that's what it ended up as.
That is pretty funny. Your alter ego now is just putting on a headband and you completely change who you are.
That was not my shirt either, Ben. You know it. That is not the kind of attire I wear. By the way, for those uninitiated, the movie is called Psycho Yoga Instructor. If you're wondering just how bad it is deliciously bad.
Well, but Steve, you have an alter ego now built in. Literally, you should just have a headband in your pocket at all times, and whenever you want to say something you normally wouldn't say, just put on the headband, and you're Headband Steve now.
Yeah, like what would I normally not say? Like a compliment?
Exactly.
Something like that. Yeah.
Nice.
And we have to learn winner is Queen Rachel. Queen Rachel, did you watch the movie? Did you see the movie Queen? Did you see it?
Didn't. No, I had Ben's show last night, and then I went to bed. But Ashley in the YouTube chat asked, but Ben just changed his background. It looked better before. But why does Ben look like he's in a sauna?
He does look like he's in a sauna.
Especially with his,
the Nowhere Comedy Club sauna, because we bring the heat. You know what I mean?
Nice. And if you turn slightly to the side, it looks like part of your head disappears. So yeah.
What I loved the most about this movie, Steve, was called Psycho Yoga Killer, and there was Psycho Yoga Instructor, and there was no psycho or any fear for the first hour and 40 minutes. It was just yoga. It was just yoga.
Each of those words happened at different points in the movie. All right, like it was yoga for most of the movie, instructor for a little bit of the movie, and then psycho at the way end. So it was.
I didn't see it yet, so please don't spoil it too much. Rachel and I are doing a watch party.
We're going to smoke pot. That's what we're going to talk about today. My bad.
I was going to, but I got so high before the movie began that I wasn't able to watch the movie.
You should have a watch party then, Ben, because it's really, really funny.
Bowers got really high before the movie began, and that's how he was able to watch the movie. So.
I'd never seen. Here's a way to describe it, Ben. It's you know how Cinemax movies, like the booby movies, like when you're a kid, were like so like just made for just adolescent dudes. It's the exact opposite of that, but for women. Like it's all emotion and like yoga and like uplifting. It was for what it was a really good movie. Like as you know, it's like they take out. You know, it was great. I really liked it.
My interest in watching it just dropped significantly.
The people in the chat in the watch party called it a Karen porn.
Yes. That'd be a lady boner movie for sure.
Yeah, it's utterly ridiculous. And there was one part where so my character is a real idiot, and he's walking to the yoga class, and they gave me a mat on a strap, and so like I swung it off quickly. The joke was going to be that like he didn't really have control of it, and so I swung it off quickly, but I did it too quickly that I actually almost hit myself in the face. That is the take they used. And Bowers, not knowing that, told me afterward that he had paused that and showed Chrissy and be like, look, Steve totally fucked that up. He does not have, look at his face. He does not have control over this now.
There's a moment, like he's like, oh, I'm just doing an acting thing. Oh shit. There's a moment where his eyes get real big and like pause it on that spot. And it's fucking awesome. I can tell he's about to, oh shit, I'm about to drop this on camera. And then he recovers and it looks cool after that. But there's a half a second of a oh shit moment, which is one of my favorite things I've ever seen.
And that's the take they use.
Oh yeah.
No, that's the take they used because that's the character. Like I was trying to do something stupid and it was even dumber than I thought it was going to be. So it ended up working out great.
Cool. Well, hey, we got a couple housekeeping things we got to take care of before we get rolling here, guys. I want to thank, we've got 2 new Patreon people. We have Jessica Kybel, went to tortilla level. She gets everything, and we mean everything. That's
yeah.
And then Dun Talk is on game level, so thank you, Dun Talk. So we still have Zara, Tamara. Frank is going to upgrade to front row and Ronald is also in the front row. So we appreciate all you guys that are doing the Patreon thing. There's different levels on there. Check that out. Also, we had a fun overnight.
Where do they check it out?
Patreon SDSC.
Patreon.com/SDSC.
Okay, that's patreon.com/SDSC. Also, we had a fun
Bowers
overnight
new URL. Bowers never successfully reached a website before.
Yeah. Like you can check that out on my website, Bowers.
I just have Steve send me the link, like we all do, Ben. We all are the link. 4 minutes before the show starts. So it's not like we've ever checked anything. Steve just keeps.
That's a strong point. The amount of time that Bowers or I text Steve, can you send me the link? And he's like, it's in the spreadsheet. It's in the email. And we're like, yeah, buddy. All we can do is this. Okay, that's all we can do.
You're like, can you send the link and also give me a pointer finger so I can click it, please?
Like Ben, Steve's been training me for years because like I've been working with him for like 9 years now with clubs or whatever, and I'd be like, "Hey, what's the phone number?" He's like, "Google it, Dick." He never gets. He makes me look it up every time and figure it out. So I've gotten way better.
I don't know how I at the same time can be so critical of my parents for not knowing how to operate tech, and I'm like so frustrated trying to help them, and then like an hour later I'll say to my girlfriend, "Okay, so then how do I open the app?"
It's like you go into your dad's house and going, why is all this shit everywhere, Dad? Jesus Christ, I'm gonna have to clean this out. I don't want to deal with any of this bullshit. He's like, what are you talking about? Awesome. Well, we did an overnight game, guys. We had a fun overnight game as well. By the way, I did take this from the yoga studio screen cap.
Oh, nice.
That's right before he lost.
That was right there when I was fucking it up.
It was pandemic bingo. So pick some things in the pandemic and make a bingo card. And there were two fun ones I liked. Tamara said overshare on video chats with people you've never met in person. And then, then Winkleplug was one I liked the best. That said cook a meal from your bedroom using only 2 ingredients. So that was
I liked Ron Gould had center square is Bowers explains a joke 3 times. And then Lola had 2 good ones that hit both of you guys. I wasn't hit as much in this, which was surprising. But Lola said become a Gleib level prop comic, which is a square no one can check off. That is
let me just say, honestly, that means so much to me. Why I ought to give you a vintage lady.
By the way, with the green screen, those don't work quite as well. But also Lola had Bowers eats an apple. So those are bingo cards that will never be filled out, unfortunately.
Yeah, if that's the middle space, nobody's ever getting bingo for sure. So hopefully that's somewhere. Ben, do we have a game for today?
We do. What's the game? Boo! Is that better?
Yes, nice.
That was a double. So I refer to it as a double.
The
today's game, guys. It's a great game. We're all excited about playing today. A lot of excitement within the quarantine. A lot of people really bubbling over.
You need me to send you the link?
This is him when he tries to remember what he decided the game was.
No, I know what it is. I just like to do preambles. The game today is, since we have one of our comedian guests is a bit of a wordplay master. We have ruin a cliche or saying with one word. Ruin a cliche or saying with one word.
And
so
I'll give you an example. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sure. No, you go ahead.
I'll give you an example based on Lola's last entry is the apple doesn't fall far from the Bowers.
It does fall far, though. It does fall very far.
Yeah. True. When he throws it away from himself.
Bounces off. It takes quite a roll after it.
Yes, it does. Another example might be a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the George Bush. You know what I mean? You just add a word.
All right, so that's the game. So $5 or more, Super Chat or Venmo or PayPal, you'll be part of the game to get to get one of the albums from all of our hosts and a ticket to the front row. So put those in the game. Rachel, do we have any chats coming in to begin with? Any tips?
Yeah, we do. We have Nixon Attic started us off with 2 Canadian, and he said, sequel, Psycho Spectrum installers.
Fact.
Someone by the way, someone on my Instagram asked me what the movie was about. I'm like, it's called Psycho Yoga Instructor. But it's...
By the way, that's not what it's about at all. That's the funny part about the movie. That's only the last 7 minutes. The rest of the movie is about that. A woman trying to have a baby. That's what the movie should be called.
He gradually becomes psycho. He's always a yoga instructor. It's a gradual thing, unlike season 8 of Game of Thrones, where they just fucking change a character for no reason. This is, it's weird to say, better written. Really weird to say that about a Lifetime movie called Psycho Yoga Instructor, but it is.
Okay, so now no point in watching both Psycho Yoga Instructor and Game of Thrones season 8. Great, guys. Thanks a lot.
That is correct. It's
give you 8 hours of your life. Okay.
Yeah.
Couple more. So Bunster sent in $5 and said, Steve has to stop enabling Ben and Chris.
No, that's the whole show.
And then Razor, $5. Can you guys pitch the franchise? Psycho aerobics instructor, psycho spin class instructor, psycho Taibo instructor. Then the rest of you can cameo in each.
BT can play the lead of Psycho. What was the last one?
Taibo.
Doesn't he look like Billy Blanks? That's what he always says on stage.
I think it should be Billy Blanks.
He'd be a perfect Psycho instructor. All right, we got 2 amazing comics today. We have Ayanna Dookie is here. Say hello to Ayanna. How are you?
Hey, good to be here.
Awesome.
Hello.
I'm here. Can you hear me now? All right.
Gotcha.
I'm new to Zoom. I know
We
it's
got
weird.
you. All right.
Yes, I can't wait to see Steve's movie. That is what I will be doing this evening. I'm looking forward to it.
We also have Matthew Broussard is here. Say hello, Matthew. How are you, buddy?
Hello, Matthew, everybody. I vote that the sequel be called Too Psycho, Too Yoga Instructor.
Yoga to the mat.
Yeah.
If only there were a shorter word for yoga instructor. I just wish there was just like a shorter way. Person who wrote this movie has never done yoga is the point I'm trying to make.
Is it called a yogi? Is that what it's called?
Yogi, yeah.
All I
Yes,
know
but that would be a severe copyright infringement problem with a picnic loving bear.
That's just two movies.
That's right. How you been, man?
I've been good. How about you, Ben?
Really good. I haven't seen you in a long time.
How's Purgatory treating you?
Oh, it's the best. It's the best. It's great how society just crumbles on a moment's notice. You know, it's awesome.
That's great.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Could be either way. We have an audience here.
Yeah, let me say hi to the audience before we get too depressed here. As always, we love having you. If you want to join us in the front row, you can do so via the Patreon at patreon.com/SDSC or at laughfromhome.com. We've got Tam, we've got Ron, we've got Jessica, we've got Dina, we've got Zara, we've got Carrie, we've got Frank, we've got Chrissy. We got a nice stacked front row today. So we appreciate y'all being here. And by the way, Ayanna, I appreciate what you're saying, but calling that my movie is it's a liberal way to describe a movie that I was in for a total of about 2 minutes. And part of that was me standing, saying nothing while two characters talk in front of me.
I mean,
So
it
that
seems
was,
like you stole the whole show, though. I believe in it. I believe in it. I can't wait. Cannot wait.
I'm very excited. It is the first thing I've been in that trended on Twitter, and that's pretty freaking exciting.
Steve, I want to say congratulations for finally being in a Lifetime movie after having inspired so many Lifetime movies.
Give me back my baby. Give me back my baby. All right. That would actually be amazing to make I want to make a mashup of like what makes a Lifetime movie. Just like all the things.
Yeah, make a trailer.
Yeah, just a trailer for a fake Lifetime movie. That's just what's Meredith Baxter up to? Could we get her? Valerie Bertinelli? Who's in Lifetime movies?
Probably those people, but yeah, we can put one together. I definitely came up with the whole formula last night while watching one, because again, I've never watched one of them. I was fascinated by it, honestly. I thought it was really funny.
The commercials were. I think the commercials are the best part, though.
Oh
to
my
see what Lifetime's demographic is.
Yeah.
Especially that they would have like a commercial that was like thinly veiled racism, and then the next commercial would be for Black Lives Matter. It's very weird. It's a very weird thing to watch.
It was weird in that it was. So this is the whitest white lady movie of all time, right? Here's a white lady who lives in a mansion, shouldn't have any problems, but still has a bunch of problems. That's like kind of the whole theme of the movie. And then so they would have a Black Lives Matter commercial right before they went back to the whitest lady thing of all time on their channel. Like, we care about black people, we care about Black Lives Matter, and here's the whitest thing you've ever seen. Like, that was basically
hey, the movie was very diverse. One of the 6 of us was Greek.
Were the commercials just like, we here at Poise Pad support Black Lives Matter?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, they were absolutely that.
All right, Rach, we got anything to catch up on before we get to our first comic?
Yeah, we do. So we have Lyle Brown Venmo'd the show $50 and said, the comedy event for the Martin Grant winners was canceled last week. I still wanted to support the performers anyway. Hope this helps.
Cool. That's awesome. Thank you. Much appreciated.
And then Lola PayPal'd and said, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm naming Matrioshikas after you with Facebook stars. Is that a character in your movie?
Why did you become fake British again there, Rachel?
What happened there?
You're breaking up, Ben. You're breaking up. I can't hear you.
Breaking up, am I? My touch of breaking up now.
Would you like some crisps while we go to commercial?
Let's go to a comic.
All right, we're going to our first comic. She is amazing. You've seen her on True TV, BET, Gotham Live. Give her the ready. Ayanna Dookie, everybody.
Hey, everybody. I'm happy to be at home. Yeah, so I'm one of those people that wedding plans got completely nixed during the pandemic. I recently got proposed to, and that's on hold. My fiance, he is a cop, not the most popular profession to have these days. And I'm confused by him being a cop because like he's an Indian cop. They come in that flavor. I'm not sure if people realize that. But yeah, like he's not the toughest guy I know, right? And I know this because he has a tree nut allergy. Right? I'm like, how are you a whole cop with a tree nut allergy? And how are you a whole cop with a tree nut allergy? A fucking pistachio could take you out. Like what is like I tell him all the time, I'm like, look, if I have to take a nut, you should be able to take a nut. Like we should both be taking nuts. A tree nut allergy. Yeah, so he's Indian, like I said, and I'm actually biracial. My mom's Black, my dad's Indian. And I'm learning a lot about that other side because I just never knew anything about it. So first thing I learned is we had to hold off on the wedding first time because his uncle passed away. So in the Indian faith, if somebody dies, you have to wait a year of mourning before you can get married again. So pretty much my entire engagement is me just trying to keep people alive. Like that is what I'm doing. I'm just trying to watch everybody's diet, making sure everybody's wearing their mask. I'm not really sure how his mom feels about me, but she has type 2 diabetes, and every time I see her, she's eating cake. So I mean, that's pretty much it right there. So he had a very, very elaborate proposal. Very excited about it. He rented out a space in Grand Central Station. He got a permit. He had all his cop friends involved. There was a sign. There were photographers. There was a film crew. It was a whole big thing. And as he was doing it, as he got on his knee, as he looked at me and he proposed, I was just taken aback. I was like, you did all of this for me? Like you put together all of this just for me, yet you still can't put the pots in a cabinet in a way that every time I open the door, they don't come crashing down. I don't understand how you don't know how to do that. But you're able. Do you need like a whole camera crew to clean the fucking bathroom? Like, do you need that? Like, is that what's necessary for this to happen? I don't understand. So yeah, I'm excited about this. He's now a stepdad to my cat. I'm very excited about that. He initially was scared of cats. I don't understand people who are ever afraid of cats. I personally got the cat not because I was excited about having a pet. I got it because my first apartment in New York had a rat. Yes, a rat. Like when I say that, people try to correct me. They're like, "Oh, you mean a mouse?" No, bitch, I mean a rat. Like a whole rat. There's a difference between rats and mice. I didn't know there was a difference. Like, first of all, if you have a mouse, you think you have a mouse. Right, because mice leave clues. Mice you don't actually see them. You're like, I think that was I think that was. Like they'll do dumb shit like eat your spaghetti, right? Like they do. Rats will sit on your couch and look you in your fucking face like they paying rent. Okay, that's what rats do. And they have zero chill whatsoever. So this rat showed up in my apartment and I screamed because that's what you do when you see a rat in your home. And the next day I went to the shelter to get a cat because that's why they give them out free. And yeah, the shelter bitch, that was the job title I gave her. I don't exactly know her proper title. Yeah, the shelter bitch, she tried to give me a cat with AIDS. I didn't know that was, I don't know if anybody knew that was, I had no idea that cats were out in these streets getting AIDS, but this woman tried to give me a cat with AIDS. She had a sales pitch though, because you have to have a sales pitch if you're going to unload anything with AIDS, okay? She was like, don't worry. You can't catch feline AIDS the same way you get human AIDS. I don't know why this bitch thought I was trying to fuck a cat. That's the only reason that bit of information is relevant. And I'm wondering, do I look like I fuck cats? Am I giving off a cat fucking vibe? That's something I want to know about myself. I don't want to be walking around looking like I fuck cats. I'm more offended that this woman thought that if I did fuck cats, that I would go to a shelter in Brooklyn to get a cat to fuck. Bitch, I'm better than you. Yeah, it's been so much fun. Thank you so much for having me on the show, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. As always, the tip jar is open. You can tip at laughfromhome.com. That's our PayPal. You can tip top right of the screen is our Venmo. And of course, on YouTube or Facebook Stars or any of that stuff. By the way, if you are going to fuck a cat, I'd imagine a shelter cat is just a cheap date. So that's the way to go. That's like the Tinder, as opposed to Bumble or Hinge. You know, it's just like it's still there. It's just lesser quality. Okay, so Rachel, do we have anything coming in?
Right now, let's see. So Dave Adler, $5. He said, "Great set. Here's some money to either feed relatives to keep them alive so you can get married, or a slice of pizza for Pizza Rat."
I appreciate that.
See on YouTube.
By the way, while you're looking at that stuff, I realized through the cost of a slice of pizza, like how easy it is for us to become our grandparents. You know, the thing of like, the bus used to cost a nickel, like that sort of thing. I do that with pizza. It's fucking, when I see a $5 slice of pizza, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? How is this $5? And then I realize that like, oh, it's been 30 years. That's how it's $5.
Yes. I do that with the price of ice cream at Rite Aid, which used to be thrifty. It used to be 25 cents for a scoop, 55 for, then 35, 55 for a double. Now it's like $1.50, and I'm like, what's the world coming to?
You were really waiting to eat that banana, weren't you?
Are you running a marathon? Why are you potassium right now? What is happening?
That is the most perfect banana I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you for saying that. Not the first time a woman has said that to me.
Unfortunately, it wasn't a metaphor. It's just always been about bananas.
I just eat bananas a lot, and a couple of times in the past, women have said that's a nice looking banana. I'm like, thank you very much.
Yeah, I've been in 3 fist fights as an adult all over pizza, but that's neither here nor there. Rachel,
3 fist fights. First of all,
what?
I thought for a moment you said you've been in 3 fist fights, and I'm like, wait, what?
No, fists.
Okay,
fist fights.
3
by fist fight, I mean I've punched 3 people.
Let's say we count them as whole people.
I've punched 3 people in the face as an adult, all over them disrespecting pizza. That's
Can you explain one of them?
That's not a fight. That's you hitting somebody.
Right.
All right. I'll give you the third one. This is the quickest one. So I was
You'd be like, wait. This fight's gonna have 3 hits. Me hitting you, you hitting the floor. This pizza hitting my stomach. Let's go.
This is the third one. The other one kind of builds up this, but I was in Atlanta at the Laughing Skull Festival, actually, and they had a sliced pizza place outside the Improv or whatever club it was at. And there was a really drunk guy in front of me, and they had 2 pieces of pepperoni on the little thing that goes around. And I love display temp pizza. It's my favorite. Like, that's when it's not too hot, not right out of the oven. Like, it's been floating around for a while.
How is no one else like that?
It's the best. It is the best. It's better than hot dogs in a drawer at a movie theater. It's the best. The best pizza. Display temp pizza is my favorite sliced pizza. I love it. Right?
I agree with that.
There's 2 pieces of pepperoni left, and I'm so ready for them. I'm like, oh, they're perfect. They've been sitting there, then spinning around. I don't have to get the one that comes out of the oven right away because I got to wait half an hour. I don't want to wait. The guy in front of me is like super drunk, and he's just like fucking not. And I'm like, I'm like, hey, can I just get those 2 pieces of pepperoni? He goes, hey, it's my fucking turn, man. I go, fine. Get your pizza. Come on. He goes, I'll have 2 pieces of pepperoni. Takes my 2 pieces of pepperoni. Hang on. Throws them in the garbage and goes, I'll have 3 pieces of vegetable only. And I punch him in the face. So I'm saying, right? Like, I'm not wrong completely on that, right?
Do vegetarians get protection under hate crime status?
I don't. I'm sure he was a vegetarian. It just hurt my feelings more that it was vegetable pizza. I don't know if he did that on purpose.
I'm with Bowers on this one. I'm with Bowers
too. Not the fact that he took your pizza, but that he got 3 pieces and said vegetable only. What a fucking weirdo.
What did he do after you punched him in the face?
He said, that's not cool, man. And then we ran away.
I feel like the ending to that story was better than
go, I'm sorry. Now, by the way, I don't punch people very hard. It's not like I broke his nose or anything. He was like, really? And then she's like, we got to go. And we left because we were also drunk. But that's
what did you say, Ayanna?
No, I said, I feel the ending to his story might have been better than the ending to your movie. Up and took us right back down.
I think there was more real danger in his story. So.
The moral of the story is that people who order vegetarian pizza also practice nonviolence.
But they're very triggering to everybody else.
Yeah. Which, by the way, the weird thing about that, like, if you say could I have a piece of pizza with mushroom, like, that's a normal thing to me. Or like, even if you say like, hey, give me that broccoli tomato piece or whatever the fuck it is, but specifically be like, can I have one with vegetables? That's what's weird to me. Am I wrong on that?
Yeah, you're a little wrong. I don't quite understand your point at all, but
I think in his defense, I think all that was left was vegetable pizza. So he's like, just give me 3. He bought all the rest of the pizza that was available after he threw my 2 pieces away.
Wait, when you say vegetable pizza, do you mean like with a bunch of different vegetables on it, or do you just mean like tomato? That's close enough. Gross. Like, what do you?
You don't know what vegetable pizza means, Steve?
I was trying to make a joke about.
It just had a bunch of stuff I didn't recognize. I just assumed they were vegetables. They could have been anything.
That's the joke I was trying to make there.
I'm saying that I don't know what vegetables look like, but I assume that's what they would look like on pizza. It was gross, is my point. But,
got it. As we know on this show, Steve makes the jokes, I don't get the jokes, and Bowers explains the jokes.
Yes. It goes that direction or it goes the other way where you say it, Steve repeats and I explain it. But, whatever. Right. It all works out.
Yeah, like just happened.
I'm excited to see if there's some sort of Twitter controversy over the fact that you would fuck purebred cats over rescue cats. And like, there's a whole debate there about not going to animal shelters to fuck your cats. I think that'd be a hilarious thing to start. Like,
yeah, because people, hold on. Wait, Ayanna, I get the expression on your face right now. But what he's saying is he's making fun of the idea of people being so intense about shelter versus breeder.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about.
They'll even do that.
Oh yeah, you're too good for a shelter cat, because he's a big shelter guy, right?
I love when you guys explain each other's jokes, because the rest of us are sitting here like.
Yeah. By the way, Ayanna, I know it's your first time on the show, but welcome. This is just how we do it.
Also, I didn't know that fucking cats was a thing. That's possible to do. I can't imagine it. Cats barely let you pet them.
Let's delve into this more.
Why am I joking with fucking cats and I'm a dick all of a sudden? I'm saying, it's like, that's the fun part.
I've seen some complacent cats on YouTube. I feel like you get one of those nice fluffy bred ones, not shelter. Shelter's been through too much. There's
Zara is so upset right now.
Yo, guys, I've seen some shit. Let's not go there.
Zara is our resident animal expert here, and so I don't want to know what she's seen, and we're gonna change the fucking
move on.
Triggered.
Yeah. All right.
Matt, you ever fucked a cat? How's that going for you?
Feels like a weird remake to the West Side Story of like, he's a purebred human. She's a rescue cat. It'll never work out.
Watch him fuck up that pussy. Why did I say it? Why did I say it?
When you're a cat, you're a cat all the way.
Oh, I love the shirt, Steve. That looks good. That's a good color scheme.
Thank you. That's so this is to remind people, you can get one of these off our website if you want. This is Bauer's philosophy of life. When shit's bad, just embrace it.
Laughfromhome.com.
Yep. If you want to go to our website, which is our website at .something what is it, Bowers?
It's laughfromhome.com. Actually, if Steve can send me the link, can you text me the link and I'll tell people?
I'll text you the link and you can read it.
And if you want to go to our website, Steve will send you the link and you just touch it, you guys. It's pretty exciting. What was that other phrase we were going to put on a shirt that I riffed one episode about? Try or don't try. What was it?
You said the only way to try something is to try it. That's what you said.
Yes.
You said it like it was the most amazing thing you'd ever said in your life. I want to put it on a shirt.
Yeah, that was a very Yoda thing, except less inspirational.
All right, Ray, anything to catch up on? Let's go. I'm gonna start drinking. This is what we're gonna do.
Yeah. We lost Rachel. All right.
That explains so much. Just her calming presence makes this show go well. When she's not here, we all feel it, just somewhere in our souls.
The problem is like I can read them off, but then Rachel will come back and then read off the ones I've already read as if we haven't heard them. So let's wait for a minute.
Let's do our favorite.
Do that actually. Do that, and then let's all act like we don't care what Rachel's saying or something.
Let's get back on track. Ayanna, I want to hear you, Matthew. I want to hear your worst road gig. What's your worst road gig you've ever had?
Oh, it doesn't even have to be road gig. Just what's
Just
your
any
worst
gig. Like what? Just give us a hilarious gig story. That's the comics are always great with those. We don't have a million terrible gigs.
You know what? Just forget it. Sorry, Matthew. Please go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
Am I answering the question?
Your answer. We were just joking. We were just.
I
joking
did a
about
Hilton.
yeah.
I did the New Year's Eve party for a Hilton in Little Rock, Arkansas. I think it was like 2015, 2016, and it was more like a bar mitzvah. There was a dance floor and people dancing and food all around, so there was no one standing in front of me. And I immediately brought up Hillary Clinton because she was from Arkansas, and they don't like her. So I was supposed to go on at 9 for 20 minutes, and then again at 11 for 20 minutes, and they did not have me back for those second 20 minutes. They just gave me my paycheck and shooed me to my room. But luckily, I was in Little Rock, Arkansas. Where else would you want to be on New Year's Eve?
Oh, sure. Did they at least give you a room in the Hilton, or did you have to stay at a Super 8 or some shitty thing?
I got to stay in the Hilton, but
but that's also bad because then you have to see those same people at breakfast the next morning. You have to be in line for the eggs, being like, "Oh, hey, yeah, I didn't enjoy it either."
They do the thing. They're like, "You were the comedian last night." You're like, "Yeah." They're like, "Okay."
Yeah, that's the worst. People so want to tell you they recognize you that they don't give a fuck that they're not following up with a compliment 97% of the time. It's really rude.
Yeah. Ayanna, what about you?
I had to follow this guy. His stage name was Handyman, and he starts hyping up the crowd, going, "You know why they call me Handyman?" It's like this call and response, and then he just starts taking off his limbs, and then and then he was like using them to like row a boat. Like he just started like using his limbs to do like prop comedy with his.
Oh my God.
It was, and then they were just like, "All right, you're next." And I was like, I have my legs. I don't know how to follow.
So he was like a ventriloquist, but his limbs were his puppets.
Yeah. So he was rowing the boat. And
look at Steve's face right now.
That's hilarious.
Be great. Be like, "You know why they call me Handyman?" And they're like, "Why?" And he's like, "'Cause I put it in my press kit."
See, I thought it was because that was his job, and I was like, "You know why they call me the handyman? Like, why? Because Larry the Cable Guy was taken." And Tool Time already exists.
You know why they call me the handyman?
Why?
Because he has a drill with the battery dead.
Still not charged.
The king of prop comedy.
Thank you. Nobody saw that coming except when I was holding it for the last 45 seconds waiting for this great moment that played out perfectly.
I had to follow someone once at a college where so this guy used to be a comic and it didn't work out for him. And so then he transitioned to like a drunk driving awareness speaker because he had gotten a couple of DUIs and went to jail for it. And so, but at the end of so they were doing it was a comedy night, but it was for this drunk driving awareness thing. So they hired him to speak first and then me be the comic after. And so he does his anti-drunk driving speech, which is not very good. And then he's like, but you know what? We got comedy coming up, and I used to be a stand-up, so you know, I'll do a couple jokes. And then he does 10 minutes of jokes from his old act about drinking a lot, like positive jokes about drinking a lot. And he just like closes by telling people how much fun drinking is at an anti-drinking event. And then I just have to go and be like, "Hey, let me try to make you guys forget about everything that just happened here. Let me just distract you from this." It was fucking horrible.
And then who went after you, Bowers?
Yeah.
Hey, Steve,
he started his set with a toast.
I heard the DUI guy killed.
I was just reminded of this the other day, and I found this in my notes or in my whatever. This is an intro a real guy gave me at a show. This is the worst intro I've ever had. You know, Ben, we were talking yesterday about people not wanting to read your intro and you give them the card or whatever.
Yep.
This is this guy's intro. I'm not gonna read his last name. It says Jeff was the host. He handed me this on a card. Jeff was the house comic at Locals Only for 2 years before it closed due to lack of business. That's what he wanted me to read to the crowd before he came on stage.
And did he at least have a joke that like turned that around or something?
No,
Or just
no, he just
wanted people to
coming.
know.
And that's coming from Bowers, who's, with all respect, not the greatest at comic intros himself. I mean, just a few minutes ago, please go to my YouTube when the show is done and rewind the tape. For his intro for Ayanna, he literally said, "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the very Ayanna Dookie." You didn't even say funny. You said the very Ayanna Dookie.
I am the very
In
Ayanna.
fairness, she's the most Ayanna Dookie I've ever met.
True. Mhm. True.
Ever. Just doing it up.
That's SDSC PTSD. I'm actually a very good host out in the real world. On this show, I get so nervous that I'm gonna fuck it up in front of Ben that I fuck it up. I get it. I'm not kidding. I get nervous because I know you're gonna, because the accent is spot on and you're right. I fuck it up and I get all nervous in my head. It's SDSC PTSD. That's what I got. Sorry.
I just feel bad for our audience because they see these amazing comics every day, and I'm sure every day this is what's going on. Is like, oh, I can't wait to follow this next comic online. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the very fine episode. Fuck, there it goes again. All right. Next comic, maybe I'll get one.
That's why I put it on the
That's why-
screen, Ben. It's on the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot
why
about
we-
that.
Watch the
he-
show,
he
you
doesn't-
know it's real big on the
No,
screen.
I've never seen the show.
Yeah.
All right, Rachel,
Ben,
can we
Ben
shoot
at one
that?
point, by the way, Ben at one point asked if we could make sure that the hosts' names are on the screen, and I was like, "But they are," and he was like, "Okay."
Mhm. Well, I think I've made very clear I haven't seen the show, but I will tell you this. I plan to look at the show at some point, and I plan to enjoy it.
Well, hopefully you will. Rachel, are you back? Looks like Rachel's back. Can we catch up on some tips? Oh, you're muted.
Rachel's naked, you guys.
I just switched to my phone. Spectrum completely dropped, so I'm on my old AT&T, and I can't do like fuck Spectrum. The
Jesus.
worst.
Literally, you came back and your hair was covering the straps of your dress, and it looked like you were 100% naked. And you just left to take your clothes off and come back, or take a shower or something.
No, that was yesterday. All right, let's do some tips. We have Jessica in our live audience, $25. Really funny. You cats, rats, messed up weddings. I need a 5-minute break to process it all.
Nice.
Carrie in our live audience. Welcome back, Carrie.
Welcome back,
$10.
Carrie.
Guys, good to see you all again.
She said, I loved your set and no worries. You can't contract feline AIDS from cats, completely separate species. Only thing you can contract from cats are rabies, fleas, and ringworm.
Well, that makes me feel a lot better. Thank you.
This is Ayanna actually is gonna run right out and go fuck a cat now that she knows it's safe. So that's
And let me just say, you don't have to fuck a cat to get those through, you guys.
Go back to that
Anyone else
banana.
hear Rachel pronounce it contract instead of contract?
Fuck off, Matthew.
I just picture somebody like handing $50 to a cat, being like, "You know the target, make it quick."
Or the opposite way. You go up to a cat and you're like, listen, I could get you some of this cat AIDS going around. Just sign right here.
yeah.
On the paper. Paper right here.
Dana tipped $10 and said, rats are nasty, my sympathies.
Thank you.
Nice.
Zara in our live audience, 20 Aussie, and said, nice set. Zoonotic infection from animals to humans account for 2/3 of diseases presenting in humans. And a tiger at the Bronx Zoo got COVID-19 from a keeper. So your concerns were fair.
Wow.
I
So,
feel
resident
validated.
animal
So
expert.
don't fuck cats. Now we're back to don't fuck cats. For a minute we thought it was okay, but now we know it's
It's
wrong.
like they said with eggs. Are eggs good for you or are eggs bad for you? The science keeps changing. How do we keep
That's
up?
true. That's true. But also, if you're gonna fuck a cat, I think tiger is the way to go. It just seems like a little bit more of a
Fair fight.
strong choice.
I'm pretty sure that the tiger fucks you. I don't think you're in control there.
You don't know me
Either
at all.
way,
You don't know me at all.
Is that what Tiger King's about?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Kind of. Did you guys hear, by the way,
Yeah.
that Carol Baskin got awarded the Joe Exotic Zoo?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know how happy about that, how I feel about that. Zara, how do you feel about that?
I've been getting hate mail from both of their camps all fucking week, and I'm happy to share those screenshots with y'all. But
Please.
yeah, both I've been getting hate mail from them, from Joe Exotic's people, for about 5 years, and her people as well. Damn, like the amount of misogynistic, racist bullshit. But yeah, I have no affection for either side in that situation. Like neither of them belong to be in the business at all.
I think it's pretty
come
nice
for
of
me.
you. I think it's pretty nice of you to refer to them as people. That's a little generous.
And also, I'm now incredibly curious, even though it's terrible to receive misogynistic emails, but did the Joe Exotic camp refer to you as that bitch Zara Bending then?
Yes, and other things too.
Oh
but
my
look,
God.
I will reiterate my point though. Y'all, before you come to read me, learn to fucking spell first.
By the way, I saw this on Zara's Facebook, and I enjoy these because I very much enjoy people getting what they deserve in comments. And so, like, can I read one of these? It's on your public Facebook. So
Okay, go.
Right?
Yeah. Do you want to do the jet ski one, or you choose?
So there was one. Well, the one I have up now is you're an ignorant little bitch talking about things you have no clue. Would not spit on you if you were on fire. You're not worth my spit. By the way, all those yours are wrong. And then Zara said, this aversion to spitting must run in the family because your mother certainly should have made different life choices.
Wait.
Yeah, there's some really good ones. I'm
Keep
trying to
going.
find the jet ski one.
Jesus.
Hold on.
Keep going. The rest of that was I talked about how your is no possessive pronoun and the rest of that. And then I ended
Possessive pronoun slam.
Your is a possessive pronoun meaning of you or belonging to you. Your, by contrast, is a contraction of you are. Use it correctly in a sentence, and maybe your mother will be proud of you for once in your life. I have the jet ski one, Stephen.
Okay, what's
Steven,
the jet ski one?
sorry.
Oh, I got called Steven. She's upset.
Oh shit!
What the
I think we just saw a little. What just happened there? That was Stephen. It's time for dinner.
I don't know what just happened.
I never called you Stephen.
I have the jet one, Stephen.
She's fired up right now.
Well, Christopher, here's another thing about cats. Oh shit!
Welcome to SDSC. This is Benjamin, Christopher, and Stephen. And welcome to Rachelian.
Yeah, what is Rachel short for?
Okay, so what's the jet ski?
Show us, Zara.
Okay, Steve, you want to do this, or do you want me to do it?
I couldn't find it. What is it?
Okay. What I took away from your Tiger King blog, it was a news article, but yeah, sure. Your Tiger King blog was that you're the animal that shouldn't be allowed to breed. I'm in my car with all the right tools. See you soon. I reply, surely you must mean jet ski. He says, don't accuse me of not being able to read when you can't read CAR. I respond, hold up, sport. You're driving a car across the Pacific Ocean and you will see me soon. Fuck, man, you can't read words or maps or clocks. I'm embarrassed for you in 4D. He responds, fuck you. I say, stop swearing or I'll turn this jet ski around. I'll share to the group today.
Yeah, there was a lot there. It was fun.
Yeah, very good.
All right,
Well,
Rachel,
if
what
they
else?
weren't such assholes, you know what I mean? Like if they were just nice people that weren't just such dickheads, it'd be better. It is fun to tell them to fuck off, but just damn.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, Ron Gould, $5. FYI, you can also catch feline AIDS by sharing needles. I like that one. Dave Adler. Dave Adler, $1.18. So would a good intro be, it's all about the very funny Ayanna Dookie?
Oh, instead of the yes.
Sure.
That's the Limp Bizkit song. He's doing the joke that.
Ah, okay. I did it for them. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Got
what
it.
I was waiting for a Green Day joke, actually.
Oh.
Our crowd's smarter than that. They know you've heard that a million times in your life.
We have a couple more. So Tam in our live audience, $5. Ayanna, welcome to the madness.
Thank you. Appreciate
And
it.
then Lola, $5, also said, welcome to the madness.
By the way,
Happening.
just so you guys know, you can catch feline madness by sharing needles.
Welcome to the feline madness. This is SDSC.
Oh, and I missed one from Zara, 10 Aussie. This cat conversation actually outdid how horrible the movie's Cats was. And we all know how I feel about that abomination of a film.
Yeah, you can also, by the way, get feline AIDS from just watching cats. So, it's a very bad
Well,
movie.
it was my least favorite documentary last year, to be honest with you.
Are we caught up?
Yep.
All right, we're going to bring our second comic to the stage.
Don't get nervous, Bauer.
He's very funny. You've seen him on Tonight
Fuck it
Show
up.
and Conan. Matthew Broussard, everybody. Matthew Broussard. Woo!
Thank you so much. I appreciate you all bringing me on. Rachel, I want to say thank you for showing the Grinch the meaning of Christmas. We all really appreciate that. Didn't work. Okay. There, see, with the visual. She has to smile for it to, okay. Bowers. Thank you for inviting me, Bowers. Bowers, you look like a guy who buys bottle service, but with well vodka.
He's right.
What dead figure skater did you steal that blazer from? He's got style, folks. Thank you all for tuning in. My name's Matthew. I'm a comedian. I don't look like a comedian. I look more like the boyfriend in a herpes commercial. That's more of my look. I live in New York City. I live with my girlfriend, who coincidentally she looks like the girlfriend in a herpes commercial. What are the odds? 1 in 4. Pretty common. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I look like the kind of person. I feel like a comedian should be like an underdog, and I don't look like a guy who's like struggled in any meaningful way. Like if you saw me in gay porn, your first thought would be, I bet his dad got him that job. You know, that for sure. Last name's Broussard, which is Cajun French. It looks fancy. It's not. Cajuns, people don't know a lot about them. It's because we don't talk much about our heritage. We're kind of ashamed. Like a good example is I went online. I wanted to see who is the most famous Cajun person. Found the answer. It's Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen DeGeneres is Cajun, and none of you knew that because she doesn't mention it. She is out of the closet, but still stuck in the spice rack. Like that is the shame. My heritage. Jewish as well, Jewish on my mother's side. I don't look very Jewish. I look like I would lie about that for a scholarship. That's about, like, are you Jewish? I'm like, would that benefit me? If so, l'chaim. All right. Cajun, though, one thing that's really cool about Cajuns is their history. Cajuns were basically, they all live in Louisiana now, but they were the French people who were expelled. They were the French Canadians who were expelled. So to give you some idea of, we were kicked out of Canada. Do you understand how obnoxious you have to be for Canadians to be like, that's it, I'm saying something. I'm going to go talk to and what's cool about Cajuns is a lot of them still speak French. Like my father grew up speaking French in his home. His parents spoke French, and I took 4 years of French in high school, so I'm not fluent. But if you write something out in French, I can look at it and be like, yeah, that's French. Yeah, wow. You know, people ask, do you speak French? I'm like, un poquito. That's where I am. And a lot of people say French is a dying language. I say not fast enough. Here's my beef with French, my boof, if you will, and I won't. Is the words are way longer than they sound like they need to be. Like every French word is just a gangbang of letters, and that there's 12 of them, but only 3 are actually doing anything. Just kind of hanging around like, hey, I'm just excited to be here. You know, it's great to get the invite. Like the best example is remember the first time you saw the word hors d'oeuvres on paper? Remember that little journey where you're just like, horse divorce? Why are there 2 types of punctuation? Is this my Gmail password? That is very safe. Like I don't know. It's to me, it's frustrating because like I don't. It's too many letters, and it's like to me, I don't know how they would do French Wheel of Fortune. Like that does. I don't think that could really work. It wouldn't be the same. You know what I mean? Like okay, it's a 7-letter word. Like yeah, I'd like an A. Yeah, there's 19 A's. Like, huh. Okay. What about an apostrophe? Like oh, everywhere. Yeah, they're like underneath letters. There's like a C with a goatee. We don't know what that is. Is there an X? Yeah, there's an X at the end for no fucking reason. It's doing nothing. I'd like to take a guess. Is it mleh? Like, yeah. Mleh, congratulations, you won $1,000. I think it's because I'm Jewish as well that I get so frustrated with French because I had to study Hebrew for my bar mitzvah. And as a lot of Jews know, what makes Hebrew very frustrating is that there are no vowels in the Hebrew alphabet. None. If you were ever looking for proof of how cost efficient the Jews are, at some point in our history, someone asked us, would you like to buy a vowel? And we're like, oh. So those are extra. I think we're good. I think we're all right. We can just make do without. Or we had vowels at some point. We just sold them wholesale to the French in the vowel movement of whatever year that was. What else is going on? I learned something interesting this week. I was wondering why women are so into astrology, and I looked it up and I actually learned that in the 1960s, a group of men purposefully popularized astrology among women to try to keep them out of physics and astrology, of science in general. Did any of you know that? No? It's not true at all, but it does sound like some shit women would believe. So I shouldn't speak too mean about women. I live with my girlfriend. We live together. It's nice. It's just the two of us now. People complain about high rent in New York City. I like it. I think it's kind of nice because I realize that nothing makes you more conflict averse as a couple than when both of you know that neither of you could afford that place alone, you know? Now, where she came home tonight and she's like, Matthew, I'm cheating on you. I'd be like, hey, let's talk about it, you know? I'm all I need to know is what's his name and how soon can he move in. I am socially monogamous, but fiscally polyamorous, you know what I mean? Actually, I didn't know. So my girlfriend works in tech. I do comedy. I used to do comedy. I do nothing currently. I actually saw her tax documents that she's sending in, and I learned something I didn't know. I learned my girlfriend makes 4 times as much money as I do. She makes quadruple my salary, which is kind of nice because I've always struggled to find a balance between being a good boyfriend and being good at my job. And this week I learned being a good boyfriend is my job. That's no, this is, I'm on PTO at this. I'm still on call. You understand? Like this is and the weird part is she doesn't understand how much power she wields now. You know what I mean? She'll be like, would you ever leave me? I'm like, it'd have to be a competitive offer. You know, I'm not be entering as some entry-level fuckboy. You know, I gotta. That's a weird thing because now I'm like, now I support women's rights, but it's for selfish reasons. You know what I mean? Like I'm an indentured feminist. Like I have to. And I feel like any man in my situation, whenever they like, you know, march or stick up for women, they have to like disclose their financial stake. You're like, I think women deserve all the same pay and rights as men do, and also I am a shareholder in Laura Sogar. You know what I mean? Like, that's my time. Thank you so much.
Matthew Broussard, everybody.
All right, everybody. Matthew Broussard. Make sure to tip him. You can tip him our Venmo, which if it was Cajun would be spelled VENMEAUX. If you want to use our Venmo, that is at the top right of the screen. You can PayPal at laughfromhome.com, or of course you can super chat on YouTube if you'd like. Throw in some Facebook stars, any of that stuff. Rachel, do we have anything coming in already?
We do. I don't think what Matthew knows is how his set was so spot on, because I'm famous for mispronouncing words on this show. So the tips that are coming in are fucking with me, and that's real nice. So let's see. So Dave Adler, $5.18. Bon jour shalom, your shalom, Matthew.
Bonjour shalom to you.
Bonjour.
Matzo ball
Sponge.
gumbo to you as well, Dave.
Yeah.
George, is that what you couldn't get?
It was all
But-
combined and weird.
By
Come
the
on,
way, here's a occasion thing that I was in Poland during Thanksgiving, and I was like, you know what, I wanna have an American Thanksgiving meal. Like I haven't been eating American food at all for the last couple weeks, and so on Thanksgiving I went to like this American style diner, and to get the Thanksgiving special, and they brought the Thanksgiving special, and it was like turkey and potatoes and seafood gumbo. I was like, this is what they think America is. That's a Cajun thing, right? Right, Matt?
It's strictly Cajun.
Yeah. That is it's as Cajun as Ellen DeGeneres. Like everybody knows it's Cajun. You know?
Okay, we have Mrs. Williams tipped $6 and said for Matthew, kicked out of Canada, say la vie.
That one right.
Sure. Say la vie. That was a tough one. Good job. Proud of you.
Yeah.
Rachel, the trick is with French words, pronounce the first letter, and then for the rest of the word, have an aneurysm.
All right. This will be fun. Lola, $5. Matthew, for un poquito French lessons. Jessica in our live audience, $25. Okay, my kids also Akkadian and Jewish roots, and that's very funny. You even made my husband laugh.
Shoot, that's rare.
Nice. Her husband is actually one of the Easter Island guys. It's very difficult.
I think it's called Passover Island.
I love that she just showed him not laughing at my Easter Island.
On cue.
I'm sorry.
Okay, we also have Ronald Wayner in our live audience, $5. Matthew, welcome to the madness. Congrats on coming out of the spice rack.
Nice.
We've got Dana, $10. Matthew, indentured boyfriend giggles.
I'm
Tam. Tam. Yeah, do the signs. Tam in our live audience, $5. Matthew, my only astrological sign is a middle finger.
Yes. Mine's a Camry.
And we did have a last minute tip or a late tip for Ayanna come in from Ronald Wayner. He said, Ayanna, you're almost at the end. Stay strong.
Appreciate it.
And we're caught up for right now.
All right, we ready for the game?
Cool. Let's do the game.
All right, so the game is ruin a cliche or saying by adding one word?
Adding,
Changing a
subtracting, or changing one word, just with one word.
Okay. So let's go to our live audience. I know we had quite a few in there.
They're funny, by the way. Those chat jokes are good.
We have a very funny audience. Honestly, some of our audience, Matthew, gives you a run for your money pun style, man.
Dude, what was it? Someone said not. Oh, I forgot it.
So let's have Carrie start us off. If you're good with that, Carrie.
And by the way, Matthew,
you put some in the
real
chat.
quick, sorry. Matthew, you're going to have a chance to read your own, as will you, Ayanna. But I know, Matthew, you like this, and I've got some ready for you because Matthew and I always go neck and neck in these puns because I do idiot test and he does Monday Pun Day. So we're very neck and neck on each other here.
We're both failed actors, is what that means.
That's correct.
Game show host was not our first choice.
You guys have both failed lots of stuff. Don't say actor.
Yeah, thank you. Right. That's glass is half full. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Both of our careers are a piece of pepperoni pizza being thrown in the garbage.
I'm the guy punching somebody because I'm trying to eat out of that same garbage. So, it's all relative, guys.
And my big break was a Lifetime movie.
Film, right?
Yes, film.
Yeah, film. Flick.
Sometimes you got to wait a lifetime for a moment like this, Steve.
All right. Carrie, do you want to go?
Friend with weed is a friend indeed.
What's that?
Say
Yes.
that again.
A friend with weed is a friend indeed.
Yeah, I was changing 2 words, but I like it still.
Yeah, but
Didn't
rhymed.
ruin it. Made it better.
It rhymed. Pretty solid. That's true also.
And then Tam had a Patreon entry.
Okay, I'm just going to mute for a second. This one actually came to me during Matthew's set. To tip or not to tip? That is the question.
Nice.
I like that one.
Zara, do you have any?
Mine are all just factual. So things like a picture is worth 1,000 pixels.
Like that.
Okay, so then I will go to the ones that I like that are unpaid entries. So we will not be voting on these 2. The ones I liked. So Amin Salah. He has
It's Amanda. It's Amanda.
It's not Amanda. Amin Salah. He has his tail between her legs. And then Lola, an apple a day keeps the Bowers away.
That's true.
Okay, so these are the paid entries. So comics and stuff. These are the entries that we'll be voting on. So starting us off, let's just do Aman Salah. On behalf of Chapper's Smashes, 2 in the hand is worth more than 1 up the bush. All right. Greg Murphy, don't count your chickens before they're hatcheted. Guillermo.
That's actually pretty good advice.
Guillermo, we'll cross that bridge when we come on it. Sean Gibney, I'm on mushroom cloud 9. Craig Coyle, Rome wasn't built in an IKEA. Craig Coyle, a fool and his money are soon voted out of office.
Hopeful.
I'm with it.
Tasha Whitman, the early bird catches the herpes.
I would actually argue that it's the last one that's most likely to. All right, sorry,
Which reminds me of the great Jeffrey Ross joke. He goes, I was talking to a porn star. I asked her if she wanted to go out on Thursday, or I asked her if she wanted to go out. She's like, well, I'm working Tuesday and Wednesday. How about Thursday? He's like, how about Monday?
Craig Coyle, a watched pot never rolls itself. Renee Hutchinson, we are here to fuck spiders. Joke. Amina Salah, may divorce be with you. Actually said that during my sister's first marriage. We've got Amin Salah, on behalf of Michael DeWitt. A friend in need is a burden indeed.
Oh, that's sad.
We've got Jeremy Day, old ball gag and chain.
The Punisher strikes again.
Z Bunster, on behalf of Sir Phila, go down on the rabbit hole. Last one I think I have is Jeremy Day. Too much time on my tiny hands.
Nice. All right.
Okay.
It's time to vote.
All right. So, Matthew, what was your favorite one?
Oh, can you skip me and come back to me? I'm trying to remember.
Ayanna, what's your favorite one?
Rome was not built in IKEA.
All right. That's a good one. Rachel, what was yours?
I like the Punisher's ball gag and chain.
All right. Matthew, you got yours yet?
I like Rome.
You're just copying me.
It was a really good one.
That was
It breaks
also,
the rule, but
I really liked the made the divorce be with you. I like that one, but I'm also going with Rome wasn't built in an IKEA. I like that one as well. So I'm with the comics on that one. Ben.
I am torn. I really liked A Friend in Need is a Burden Indeed, but I'm going with Old Ball Gag and Chain. Simple, to the point, honest, true.
So Steve, you create a tie or
All right.
something completely different?
I create a tie. I can make. Ooh, this is a tough one. This is a really tough one. But I because my second favorite was actually Old Ball Gag and Chain, but Old Ball Gag and Chain. But my favorite was Rome wasn't built on an IKEA. That's the winner. That's the winner. So if that was yours, make sure to email us at laughfromhome.com and collect your prize. And so now, comedians, do you have any that you would like to share with us? And actually, let's have Matthew and Ben go head to head at the end. So Ayanna, do you have any?
I don't have any. This is not my strong suit.
No worries.
I'm with you. I'm the same way. I don't play the game.
All right, I'll run through mine real
that.
quick, and then you guys will go head to head. So I have putting all your eggs in one live stream. I have all for one and one for $1. I have don't look a gift horse in the ass. Also, just good advice. I think that's good advice. I have good things come to those who come. And a special one for Bowers. Coors is thicker than water.
But just barely. So
Barely.
Coors Light, however, much thinner.
That's true.
So, all right, Ben and Matthew. Now it's you guys.
Matthew, I'll let you begin, my friend.
that's one small step for man, one giant leap for a WNBA player. Sorry.
Very good. Very good. I've got cat AIDS got your tongue.
We have to go back and forth. I forgot mine. I'm not going to top the WNBA ones.
All right. We can just have Ben go.
Okay, I've got cat and makeup. I've got all that glitters is not glitter. Pee between the lines. Someone woke up on the wrong side of the protest. We're not laughing at you, we're laughing with you, Bowers. The calm before the sunshine. Love you more than wife itself. What goes around comes there. Head over heels in quicksand. When life gives you lemons, make love. Don't put all of your Hofstetters in one basket.
Good advice.
The grass is always greener on the other pipe. You can't judge a book by its contents. What doesn't kill you makes you alive. Ignorance is P between the lines. Did I say that already?
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. And the last two, actions speak louder than birds. And finally, better safe than happy.
Poignant. I have one. Can I do one more?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
If you sprinkle while you tinkle, please be neat and wipe my cheeks.
Consider that done.
Yeah. he asked nicely.
With a kerchief, I hope.
Yeah.
Or as they say in French, cochi for la war.
All right, Rachel, what do we have to catch up on? Anything?
Yeah, we do. So we had a couple other tips for Matthew come in. Zara and her live audience, 20 Aussie. Solid work, Matthew. Completely agree with you on French as a language. Rachel, I'm not gonna F with you this time. You deserve a break. Wore my top today for you. FYI, it's my soft taco eating shirt.
That could mean so many things.
Yeah.
Wow.
It could mean two things, just two things, but we're all aware what those two things are. Okay, sorry, Rachel. Rachel, do you need me to read the rest of the tips now? or-
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Cynthia Price, $5. I thought everyone knew that bless your heart is polite for fork you off.
Yeah.
Work you off.
Like
you
fuck
mean-
you, I guess.
But
Yeah.
not fuck you off. That's weird, right?
I
Okay.
don't know why Taylor just went to my puzzled reaction on that shot. He was
We
like,
also
"Look,
we have
Steve doesn't
a couple
understand
more.
that."
We've got Guillermo, PayPal for the show just because I love you guys, and thanks Z Bunster for entering me in the game.
Cool.
Nice.
And then we have Z Bunster tip the show $30. Oops, a late general. I'm a space cadet.
Nice.
I'm sorry I'm late reporting for
General.
Duty Queen Rachel.
you gotta fire him.
We've got a dead pirate, 20 Aussie. Hey, have you guys considered playing Jackbox together? I think a group of comedians playing that game would be really entertaining. And I agree. If you guys have played, if you know that game, it's so fun.
Judging
That
on
one,
the
like,
title,
everybody's
I'm a
everybody's in
hard pass
circle,
based on
or-
that title, but okay.
It's really
Oh,
fun.
sorry.
Is
It's
it?
so fun.
Sorry.
Yeah, like
Is it?
Quiplash in those games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
they're really
Cards
fun.
Against Humanity, except it's virtual and you can stream it and do all that. It would be a lot of fun.
I see. Ben and I both thought it was a bunch of people standing in a box masturbating. So we
Yes, that's what we
misunderstood.
thought.
Yeah, no.
Last
No.
one to come wins.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be me.
I
That
thought,
would be me.
it was the opposite of a Jack in the box. You just fuck the box, and the first guy to come loses. I thought that's how
Yeah.
it would work, but you know.
Cynthia Price tipped $2 to the show and said there's a slash between the two, indicating that it's either or. From her, the
What?
fork you or fork off.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh.
Okay, that's where we were confused. My bad.
And then I just want to
Oh.
shout out Tanya Canuck, Tim Kelly, and Gabby Guzman for donating Facebook stars.
Awesome.
Thank you much. We're gonna use those stars to rebuild the sky. So thank you. That's,
I heard they're actually ninja stars.
yeah. Just all of a sudden, Ben opens his mail and it's a bunch of ninja stars. He's like, "Where am I gonna put these? I already have enough ninja stars. This is ridiculous." He just looked around to see if he had ninja stars.
He got them somewhere. He doesn't know where he put his ninja stars. It's not that he doesn't know if he has them. He doesn't know where he put them. He clearly has some somewhere. That's that face.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, hey, another great show, everybody. Thank you, audience. We appreciate you guys so much being here. As always, you guys make the show better and are oftentimes funnier than we are. So we appreciate that. So thank you, audience, for being here. Matthew, thank you so much for being here. How do we find you out in the world? Where do we follow you? You got anything coming up?
Yeah, at Monday Punday on Twitter, Venmo, Instagram. You can check out mondaypunday.com. If you like puns, I do visual pun puzzles every Monday. You can check that out. And I have clips on YouTube if you want to see more stand-up.
Yeah. And Matthew, how long have you been doing that?
God, since 2010, every Monday. I took like a month off a few weeks ago, but yeah, basically every Monday for 10 years.
Wow.
And they're really
that's
good,
amazing.
guys. They're
Thanks.
really cool puzzles. You should check them out. We play them all the time. They're very cool. So, well, thank you, Matthew. Appreciate that. And
Thank
Ayanna,
you.
where do we find you out in the world?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Dookie. Exactly how my name is spelled. And yeah, hope to see you guys there.
Awesome. Very excited.
Thanks for joining us as Ben rifles through all of his stuff looking for his ninja stars.
I can't find my ninja star.
Rachel, got anything to catch up on? Or
No, we're all caught up. So.
all right, well, thanks for being here. We appreciate it.
See you guys
to see
Tuesday.
Again. Sorry about all the
All
French
right.
words. As always, you can find me at Bowers Comedy. And I'm doing the Adam Ray Show next week on nowherecomedy.com, nowherecomedyclub.com. Check that out. And another fun show. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. Thanks, everybody.
Awesome. I got 2 live headlining sets coming up, as well as the watching party for Secret Optimist. So check those all out at nowherecomedyclub.com. And I will say, I had so much fun with you guys watching the movie yesterday. I don't even know if I would have watched it by myself. I think that would have been weird, just sitting there in my own home watching a movie I was in, just being like, "Oh, here's the part that I'm in." Like that'd be, what am I, Derek Jeter? Like I'm not gonna do that. But you guys were wonderful and a ton of fun to watch it with, and so it meant a lot that you guys had that watching party for me. So I just wanted to say thank you, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
thank you guys for being here with us today. I see a couple of great late entries here in the comments for the game today. One says from Ron Wenner, like a Gleib in a bobblehead store, which I think is pretty solid. And then Carrie responds to me looking for a ninja star saying, Ben, you're a savage. They're in the fucking box. And neither confirm nor deny. But I will tell you this. Thank you to all who were at my show with Greg Proops last night. It was so much fun. Just total bananas time. And flying Trump on a peach and other things you missed. Hopefully you catch the next one. But what I have to promote today is just later today I'll be doing for the second week in a row at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. I am one of the hosts of a talk called The Other America, Stories, Healing, and Action. And we have joining us Kaylee Scales, the managing director of Black Lives Matter Global, just having a conversation about listening to Black voices, influencers, artists, entrepreneurs, and trying to find a way forward and trying to be better allies. So please feel free to join us. It's on my social media where you can join us just to be part of the conversation. Thank you all for being here so much. We will see you again on another social distancing social club. Vintage Ladies out.
What's in the box?
What?